Okay, guys, I am going to bed really, really late yet again, but take a look at this room. Take a look at this room, people. Okay? Take a look at this room. You guys know who I am, and, you know, lately. So, I mean, take a look at this room. This is a huge, you know, accomplishment for me. There's the bureau. Of course, we got the pile of clothes over here. But so what? The whole room is immaculate. Everything is in that closet. And it's not thrown in there. It's nice and neat in there. And all the food is out in the dining room. Remember, all the food was in the closet. I had to take it all out. You know, and then I had it out over there. You saw that when I created videos. Look at this room, people. Look at it. Look at it. It's clean. It's clean. And all the food boxes and whatnot all out in the living room for my next project, which is to rearrange the entire kitchen cabinets. I still have thrown all this clothes, but that's it. That's the last that I have to do in here. Everything. Well, actually, there is one other thing I plan on doing. I plan on, which means I'll have to take the stuff out of the closet. Next time I take it out of the closet, I'll put it back in. And it's 4 in the morning, almost. But I don't care. Why don't you care? I suppose, as I always say, because I did stuff today, because I didn't just lie around and do nothing, you know? I didn't lie around and just watch TV, you know? I didn't even just lie around and watch my videos. I did my, you know, I showered and washed my hair. I showered and washed my hair. I cleaned up this room, as you can see. I did a 4.5 mile power walk. You know, I didn't just lie around and do nothing. See it as it takes tremendous energy for me to do anything. I didn't even get up till 1:30. I didn't have my first meal until of the day till a little after that. I walked home for almost an hour. Did my 4.5 mile power walk. I also watched my shows. I also watched and took off for private some of my videos. I also created some videos. I also learned that I had told my mama, you don't have to refrigerate tomatoes, and it's true. I read you don't have to refrigerate tomatoes, and you shouldn't refrigerate tomatoes. Guess what? You shouldn't refrigerate them, but that doesn't mean you leave them in a plastic bag on the counter, one of the bags that they come in at the store. No. About $4 worth, maybe more. Organic tomatoes all went rotten. That was my fault. My mom, being who she is, apologized. I'm sorry. I'm the one who said put the tomatoes out there. It's not your fault they went bad. So yeah, you're not supposed to refrigerate tomatoes, and I learned that, but that doesn't mean, but you can't leave them in a sealed up, like a plastic bag, one of those grocery store fruit and vegetable bags, you know. They went bad, and the other ones were in the plastic bag too, but we ate them fast enough, you know. I think I was eating the wrong ones. I was supposed to eat the ones that whichever one's supposed to be the one she bought first, and then, I don't know what happened, but regardless, they went bad, and you can't, you know, you can't leave them in the bag. We left them in the bag to protect them, obviously, so we've got to figure out something else. Some of you might know that I have 2 other YouTube channels. ALICIACREATURE 1 was my very first YouTube channel that actually, it says 2008, but that's because Donald got rid of it and then got it again. Because there were bad comments under the videos or something, I don't know. I didn't want to see them. I don't know what he did, but really I had that channel was in 2007, okay. And then later, ALICIACREATURE, ALICIACREATURE. As you know, some of you may know, ALICIACREATURE and Alicia both got hacked. The hacker enemy failed in his or her attempts to destroy my channels and hopefully, you know, destroy me in the process. While I was busy, you know, fighting the hacker by reporting to YouTube telling YouTube personnel what had happened. And sometimes YouTube does listen to its users, you know. I established Done with Life 1, and then I got back Alicia1, ALICIACREATURE. But because Donald was stealing internet, stealing Wi-Fi, and I'm assuming, because I had blabbled about that, I'm assuming that's how the hacker found me. Because remember, the hacker also called up Hope, had the phone number. Think about all this shit that's happened. Anyway. I didn't want to access those channels, Alicia01 and ALICIACREATURE. Remember, the hacker was hacked other stuff too, destroyed my MySpace that had my 1,200, you know, messages to Nickelback's MySpace. Hacker was accessing other shit of mine, destroyed my Hotmail, destroyed didn't destroy my Facebook, access my Facebook, access my life journal, you know. Speaking of life journal, a while back, I might ask this on Yahoo Answers, because a while back, and I write to them and they ignore me. They said they would never take away anybody's life journal, providing it had any uploads on it or whatnot, because some people like to access life journals, even people, but they may have changed their mind. I think my life journal might be gone. They had said they weren't going to take them away, though. They wanted to at one point, and people got upset, because they're like, and then they changed their mind, the live journal people, and they said, so long as any inactive accounts at least had one upload, and I had hundreds, you know, I had hundreds of live journal recordings, you know. So, but they may have changed, and now my live journal's probably gone. I couldn't find it. can Google it. Did LiveJournal delete all old accounts? They wanted to at one point. Their viewers, their subscribers really balked at that, and they fought and said, please don't do that. I love going to old journals or whatnot, even if the people don't access who upload, they're not active when nobody goes out, when the owner doesn't go out on them, and they decided not to get rid of them, but that was years ago, and they may have changed. I'll have to Google that or ask on Yahoo Answers. But anyway, so Alicia Roll and ALICIACREATURE are out there, but I can't access. These are my channels, and what happened was I feared that the hacker would get into my accounts again or something, so I figured just don't access them. If I never accessed them, I didn't know how they were getting my info, whether they had, booby-trapped the computer, because I'd heard about they can do keystrokes, they can find out your passwords. They had found out my passwords and stuff, and I didn't know how. So to protect myself, I had gone to something, and I had opened up a new email account that was supposed to be super secure. Well, guess what? It might be super secure, but it would only, if you didn't access it, after 3 weeks it would go away, and you would never be able to access it again. And that's where they had sent my passwords, so I could, again, access Alicia Roll and ALICIACREATURE. Now, I didn't have those passwords. They disappeared forever. There's nothing I could do, which basically means that and the the email account that was associated with it gone, so I could never access these 2 YouTube channels again. But what I could do and did do right away was use a video downloader program and get all those videos and make them safe. Okay, they're safe forever. I have them on disk. I have them. You know what I mean? They're safe. I have them. Okay, I have them. I also uploaded them all to my current channels. It's just, I don't know if I would get in trouble if I released them on my channel when they're already released on the other channels. I don't know if I would get in trouble for that. Didn't want to risk it, but what I could do is use Movie Maker editing feature, and if I took those videos and just changed them slightly, like just cut them in half, and then uploaded them again to YouTube, then they're different. They're not what's on the other channels, and then I get away with it. I was thinking of doing that and labeling them like How It Began or something, changing the titles too, and like How It Began. I wish I could simply know if I would get in trouble, because if I just release these publicly on my Done With This Life 1, then the video is out there twice. You know what I mean? It's out there under its original thing, which is Alicia Roll 1 or ALICIACREATURE, and then it's also out under mine, and I don't want to get in trouble. Remember all the original Chad Kroeger, all the videos I talked about Chad Kroeger? Remember they were all sideways? So all I had to do was use, get them, this video downloader, and then use Movie Maker to turn them right side up. And then that's a completely different video from the one that's out on ALICIACREATURE. So that, I have those, I'm pretty sure, out here on Not a Private. Those are all my Chad Kroeger videos. You can find any of those if you simply go to my channel and type in Chad Kroeger. If you want to experience firsthand my delusional insanity that took place back in 2009. Again, nothing I'm proud of, but it happened, People go nuts, it happens. My mom's repeatedly gone nuts, it happens, Deal with it. room's clean except for that pile of clothes over there, which aren't dirty clothes. They're some dirty, some clean, some whatever. All piled in the same pile, yeah. Doing the best I can, as I clean the room. Room's clean. And actually the dirty clothes aren't really mixed in. There might be a sock here or there mixed in, I'm not sure. Probably not. They're kind of, the dirty ones like, worst case scenario, I'll have to wash the clothes again. They're all musty. They're like smelling. They were in the storage unit for months and months, Suitcase. I'm gonna be wearing them all. The sweaters. Pretty soon I won't be wearing my sweaters anymore. But yeah, I would like to have eventually all of my videos just on this channel. And I do. At one point I did that. I got them all from Alicia, Roll 1 and Alicia Creature. It's over 200. And I used video download. I uploaded them all to this channel. It's just I keep them on private because they're on a channel I can't access. It's foolish for that Alicia Creature and Alicia Roll 1 to exist, but there's nothing I can do because as far as YouTube is concerned, I can't prove it's my channel. Now, of course, that's stupid because you can see all the videos are me, but it doesn't matter. It's the rules are rules type thing, and since I don't have the password and don't have the email associated, to get a new password, change my password, whatnot, I can never access those channels again. It's kind of ridiculous. But I have all the videos. Not only do I have them, I already uploaded them over a year ago, or 2 years ago, whenever I did it, onto this Done with Life 1. I already did it. In fact, I must have done that years and years ago. I probably did it the second that I got them back. The second I got those channels back, and I was shocked when I did get them back. I used the downloader to get all those videos so nothing could ever happen to those channels again. And I put them all on this Done with Life 1 on private. Had to put them on private because, again, I'm going to get in trouble, and they're already out on the other channels that I can't access, but that are my channels. I suppose chances are I would not get in trouble, but I used to ask out on YouTube, and, even though a friend of mine thought, well, why, they're your videos, why should you get in trouble? But nobody could give me a definitive answer that I definitely would not get in trouble. If I knew for sure I wouldn't get in trouble, I would do it. I have them titled the same. I'm sure I could find them, but I would just go to Alicia or ALICIACREATURE, see what the videos were called, and then type them into my channel and find them and take them off private. To me, those channels aren't even like my channels. They still get views, so They still do. It's just, you know, they creep up slowly, the number of views on those channels. For the record, I don't ever watch those old Chad Kruger Loves Me videos. Again, not even remotely the proudest moment in my life, you know. Why do I want to open up old wounds in regards to that, you know? But I'm sure some people still watch them because they're gonna pop up when people who like Nickelback or looking about Chad Kruger, my videos pop up, you know. Poor Chad Kruger, I'm forever associated with him out on the internet. That's weird in and of itself. Or I could say poor, whatever the other guy's name is. One's like Daniel Adair or something or other, I don't know. There's like 4 of them, including Chad Kruger, right? I think. 3 or 4. Anyway, yeah. Crazy Laura is forever associated, you know, with Nickelback and Chad Kruger. I can laugh about it now because I know where my mind was at. Even in my craziness, it had some, you know, there was some validity to my beliefs. Validity, not that they were true, validity in that they, how do I explain this? Like, there was truth in possibilities. Let's put it that way, okay? Someone goes around believing they're, you know, they're a princess from another planet, or, you know, whatever you can think of. There's no truth or validity to that. But even in my insanity, I had some, you know, some semblance of truth. Because my thought process made sense to me, you know. And it all started because Chad Kruger could have been one of my Alicia's World fans. Had I never had a famous as in, really, not famous, but, really, really popular, EarthCam TV channel back in 2001, then it would have been impossible for a rich, famous rock star to have ever known of my existence, okay? But the fact is, I did have that, and Chad Kruger was not famous back then, see? So, people who watched my videos or even read things that I wrote online when some site, I think it would, at one point, the LA Times might have done it, they were ridiculing me. And then they removed it because I responded. They weren't expecting the crazy person to respond. And not only to respond, I wrote a huge thing saying A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and you know how A connected to B, connected to C, connected to D. So I wasn't just ranting and raving, and I made valid points. Again, it all made sense to me. Okay? I didn't make it up. It made sense, but its basis was delusions and craziness. You know what I mean? But I clung to the fact that it could be true. Okay? Just like when I was at Spotlight Bar, And I told Nickelback, told Chuck Kruger via Nickelback MySpace, that I was gonna be going there, and I was fantasizing, imagining that he was there incognito and watching me or whatnot. Okay, that could have been true too. We're talking Hollywood. I don't live in like Kentucky or Missouri or something. You know what I mean? I wasn't. This was California, LA, Hollywood stars, rock stars, regular. You know what I mean? So my craziness at least had an inkling of truth in it. It doesn't mean it was true. Like Chuck Kruger was in love with me or knew of me or, blah, 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 whatever. Had been pining away from me or infatuated with me since he saw me on Alicia's World in 2001. It means it could have been true. So it wasn't just a completely unfathomable delusion like somebody believing, that yesterday a spaceship dropped them off from the planet Yukon, you know what I mean? Or, stuff like that. It had some basis in reality. And again, I was living in Los Angeles, so I could walk through Hollywood Boulevard and see limos go by and imagine the Jack Kruger sitting there watching me. I mean, it went really, really bad. It went far, this delusion of mine. It really did. But its premise was based in reality. The premise was that Jack Kruger had seen me during my stripping days, during my earth camp, and he'd read my news where I wrote all about my life and whatnot. Okay? And then, of course, Dark Horse, the songs on it, I could relate to them all, and and voila, a delusional fantasy takes birth, is born, gives birth. My mom was all involved in it too. Mental hospital she was staying, she got put into in 2009. She met somebody in there who was claiming, and they knew they were cousins with one of the Nickelback band members. I believed that too. Pretty much, because my mom was saying stuff that the woman was saying, and it seemed pretty solid, but could have been true, sure. These people are, just because they're rich, famous rock stars, they're still human beings. They still have family, They can have family in Massachusetts. They can have family locked up in a mental hospital. So. It may have been delusional. It may have been whatever. But it did have its basis in some sort of truth, see? So it's not that I went completely crazy. And if you're interested, if you want to know what happened, simply in my search box on my channel, type in Chad Kroger and see what pops up. If you want to know how it all began. That is how it all began. Again, I'd done a few YouTube videos, but before the Chad Kroger thing, that's how it all began. I wouldn't be here now entertaining you were it not for my Chad Kruger delusion. So Chad Kruger loves me, or Chad Kruger, whatever. But I didn't make it up. Believe me, Chad Kruger is not even my physical type. My physical type is dark hair, dark eyes. Chad Kruger looks like me, blonde hair, blue eyes. That's not my type. If I was gonna just make it up, I would have picked somebody, more to my liking physically, someone else more physically, sexually attracted, you know, to whom I was, and no, this chose me. I didn't choose it. I did not choose the Chat Group loves me delusion. It chose me. And I don't regret it. Can't. I wouldn't be where I was right now in regards to this YouTube shit were it not for my Chat Group loves me delusion. But people who think I made it up for publicity's sake or something are wrong. It had me badly. Even at one point, I was screaming into the night in Hollywood. I was screaming because it's a different time. I don't know. I think I thought Chet Cook was going to show up. Who knows? You know what I mean? It had me badly. It was not. I didn't make it up. I believed it 100%. At one point, I even believed he could talk to me, that he had special power. I mean, it had gripped me. Remember, I have a vivid imagination, and I've been extremely, beyond creative since I was a little girl, okay? So, to me, anything's possible. I guess that about sums it up, sums me up. Anything is possible. So, it could have been possible that I was right. Any of it. I can't believe any of it, but I can't even believe, you know, even just anything. So yeah, any of you new to my channel want to find out how it all began with me? How this really began, okay? And I mean, it took years and years for me to get the video views I have now. We're approaching 400,000 on this channel alone, adding the other two, and you know, we're approaching 500,000, 500,000. Is that real to me? No. None of it's real to me. I live like in a, I don't know how to describe what I am or who I am. It all goes back to the same thing of not wanting to be here, not belonging ever. Not when I was a kid, and not 30 more years later. I never ever belonged to fit in anywhere. Those videos are how it all began, because that's how I got my starting point. I developed a fan base of people who hated me, but also people who liked me and didn't care that I'd gone crazy. I believe Checker was in love with me. Didn't give a fuck. Like Lawrence Bluesblatt said at one point, something like, oh well, you know, no one's perfect. She said something, I don't remember what she said, but you get the gist. It's like, so what? So you believe Checker was in love with you, so what? You know? Not any stranger than, to me anyway, not any stranger than life itself, existence itself. And with that, I'll end, because that sums it up, sums me up, okay? Anything's possible, and nothing that happened to me or whatnot, or anything regarding anything, is any stranger to me than just existence itself, life itself, you know? The fact that we're even here.